Hey, what's up everybody? This is my review of Marvel Legends Madam Masque. And let's go ahead and take a look at the contents of the package other than the figure itself. You do get this piece of paper here. It says the Tales of Arnim Zola, number 6 of 6. And you have a brief little story there in relation to Baron Strucker and his dealings with Arnim Zola. And you can read more, as you can see here, in Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 47. On the back, as usual, you'll see a breakdown of the parts and the accessories for the Build-A-Figure. This is the Build-A-Figure wave for Arnim Zola. And as you can see here, we have a rundown of the actual figures and what parts they come with in order to build the Arnim Zola Build-A-Figure. Now, I can tell you right away that I'm not planning on collecting the whole wave. I just was interested in Madam Masque as well as Phantom X, or Phantom X. So I won't be collecting the whole series for the Arnim Zola wave. And here is the piece you do get with Madam Masque. This is the big part of Arnim Zola. This is the torso, as you can see. And you can see here where the legs will attach. And you can see where the arms will slot into the socket. And of course you'll have the head up here. And you get this nice picture of, I guess that's Arnim Zola. And there's a variant. If you get the variant of Madam Masque here, if you get the Madam Hydra, it comes with this same torso, but it actually has the Red Skull picture inside of the chest here. Now, just a little bit a side note on that, just an opinion here. I think what they could have done is they could have designed sort of like a lenticular printing of the Red Skull and the Arnim Zola face, so as you move it from side to side or up and down, it will change from one to the other. So they technically probably didn't need to create a separate variant torso, but you know, it's Hasbro. They're gonna do what they do to make a little extra money. So there's a look at the torso for the Arnim Zola Build-A-Figure. So now onto the figure herself. Well, actually onto packaging. Sorry. Packaging, as usual, is awesome. I love this new Marvel Legends packaging. I know I've repeated this over and over on my other 2012 Marvel Legends reviews, but it's so true. Awesome, awesome comic book style packaging. So really cool Marvel Legends. And of course you have a really nice picture of the two different versions, Madam Hydra and of course Madam Masque. Nice big graphic on the back. Awesome, fantastic. Great job on Hasbro's part for designing these packaging. There you have a look at the complete Build-A-Figure Arnim Zola and the other figures in this Arnim Zola wave. So there you go, and here we go on to the look at the figure. And we can see here we have Madam Masque in a cat fight with Elektra, and apparently Madam Masque is getting the upper hand here. So anyways, figure itself, let's take a look at this figure. Now, weapons wise, you can see she can hold her weapons pretty well. Both of her hands are sculpted with the trigger finger hand, and you can take a look at her pistol there. Nicely detailed, nice goldish type of color. And he has her machine gun here, or machine rifle, or whatever you want to call it, and looks pretty cool with it, and you know, holds it pretty well. You can see there the shake test does pretty well with that. So let's go ahead and remove these weapons here. And one thing of note, I mean, I couldn't really, even off camera, get her to hold it with two hands. You can kind of cheat like that, sort of, but you can't really get her to hold the machine gun here in both hands. But yeah, pretty cool. And before I forget, she does have a holster so that she can actually holster her pistol, and it does actually fit quite nicely in there, as you can see. And let's just pause for a brief minute here and take a look at this figure, this sculpt. I don't know much about the character. However, the Madam Masque with the actual mask over her face, the idea of that and the look of it really intrigues me, and that's why I decided to pick up this figure. And you'll notice here her hair is parted, so there's the shoulder coming, parting the hair. That's kind of cool. Same thing over here. That is going to limit her head articulation because of the way that the hair is sculpted, but I think I like that look, how it parts to the front and the back of the shoulder on both shoulders. Really nice. Take a look there. This belt, by the way, her utility belt, if you will, is separate. It's rather loose, as you can see here. There's a lot of space. It's almost like the belt is too big for her waist, which actually it is. You can see there's a gap right there, you see. So it is quite loose. That's a little bit annoying. But the belt itself is nicely sculpted, nicely detailed. Lots of little pouches in there, really cool. And really not too much in terms of sculpting to the rest of the figure. The main thing is, of course, the gold mask on her face. She's got some peg holes in the bottom of her feet. So, on to articulation. Actually, one more thing before I move on to articulation. It may not show up too well on camera, but there is actually a blue wash to this. So there is a type of blue tinge or hue to parts of her white costume, just to give, I guess, more of a detailed look to her white costume. I don't know if that's going to show up. The light may be too bright, but there's actually a blue hue to parts of her white costume. So there we go. Head articulation is present. Again, like I say, the shoulder, or the way that the hair is sculpted around the shoulder, is going to limit that articulation. I'm assuming it's just a standard ball joint. But you got head articulation, and you do have shoulder articulation all the way around. The hair does get in the way, but you can kind of move it to the side just a little bit. It's pretty stiff. You have a hinge there, allows the arm to go out like that. There is no bicep swivel. However, you do have rotation and a bend at the elbow, and you do have the rotation at the end of her glove there. There is no actual wrist articulation, which I think could have helped if they would have had at least a swivel. It would have been nice, because then you can actually sort of more properly aim the weapons. But you know, you have that articulation there. You have ab articulation, which I'm assuming is a ball joint type of connection. So you do have that there all the way around. There is no waist articulation, but since you have this ab articulation, you don't really need the waist joint there. Leg articulation is a little bit problematic in the fact that above this cut right there, there is actually a joint, and you have to rotate this part of the joint here in order to get the leg to position in a certain way. You can see there's the joint there, but you need to rotate it around sometimes. So the way that this joint, or sorry, the way that this leg is here, and the joint is actually facing towards us, you can get a leg to go up like that. But if it was rotated the other way around, then you would have a, limited articulation towards the front. So just be aware of that. Rotation at the thigh, as you can see, 2 points of articulation at the knee, and you have rotation and a hinge joint like that. I guess they didn't put the rocker type of ankles here because I think the joint was, or the leg itself was too thin. But on some of these newer Marvel Legends figures, they have a rocker joint, allows you to pivot the foot side to side. But as it is, it's all right. Swivel in a hinge there. So yeah, that is a look at the 2012 Marvel Legends Madam Masque figure. Overall, nice figure. Again, the reason I picked her up is because of the fact that she has this really distinctive look with the mask on there. And I'm not really interested in the variant which is the Madam Hydra. So this is pretty cool. Alright, well thanks for watching. This has been a review of the 2012 Marvel Legends Madam Masque.